Hey guys, are you excited for the events and contents that you'll be getting this month? Well, I'm pretty thrilled. I wake up this morning and there's just so many information to take in. And we are getting Crystal Passive. So just let me clarify Crystal Passive. I did say I want to do a full showcase of each Crystal Passive and which character is actually good for which, but I kind of do not have the time for it. It's tomorrow, right? So I can't be doing so many videos just to cover on that. But still, I will be doing showcase as time goes. Before we completed the whole board, I already have information on the JP side, so I will be doing videos still. So do watch out for it. And another thing is that we will be getting Astos end of this month. So what happened is that Theological wanted to do a recommendation, video on whether to pull or which tier list he want to put Astos, but he did not really know how actually Astos worked. Well, technically, I myself do not know because I always thought that he has some form of overflow like Snow, where he doesn't use his Brave, and when he uses FR, his Brave go up so high that he deals overflow damage. But the thing is that if he does so, his damage is going to cap about 500,000 based on the HP damage limit from the FR. But no, he can actually deal up to 999,000. So why is that so? So I would like to do this video to actually explain to you that if you want to overflow with Astos, like dealing damage above the HP damage limit, there's actually two ways to do so. Okay, one is through his BT and another is through his FR. So this part, I'm showing you that there's nothing to do with his Brave. So here he has his BT, he has overhit, and he's dealing 400,000 damage. That is damage above the HP damage limit. So what happened is that currently his overhit Brave is 56,000, and he gained the Brave when he used LD or FR, so now it's 65,000. And when he used like S1, S2 or EX, here EX, he does like 300% of the stored Brave, so like 60,000 multiplied by 3, so you're supposed to do about 180,000 damage. But HP damage up actually affects it. So with all the stacked up HP damage from BT effect, from calls and everything, we can get it up to like 255% HP damage up, and then with the originally he's supposed to deal 100%, so 3-fold, 4-fold, that is where we get 400 to 500,000 damage. Now, for the second way to achieve it, it is basically through his FR. So what happened is that when you use his FR, his HP damage limit is increased. But the thing is that he does not consume his Brave when he deals HP attack. It is basically based on his overhit buff. So he retains it and he gained a new HP damage limit. So now it's at 300,000. And when I use S2, I'm dealing 300,000 damage. So this one, no matter what you do, you can't increase it further, like all the way up to 999,000. So it is more inferior if you compare it to what his BT can do. So if you want to pull some insane Astos BT effect combo, then you must have his BT. So just to explain again, what does his BT do? His BT allows his overhead buff to exceed the HP damage limit. So Astos is no longer bounded by HP damage limit. What stat is required to increase the overhead buff stored value is actually max Brave. So the higher his max Brave, then the more damage he will do. And since his max Brave now is amplified by HP damage up, so if you provide Astos with crazy amount of max Brave and HP damage up, not HP damage limit, he doesn't care about HP damage limit. You can strip off all his armor, not the UW, because UW has HP damage up, but basically you can remove his armor, you can bring characters that doesn't have high HP damage limit up. He will still do 999,000 if you give him enough max Brave and enough HP damage up. So in this setup right now, I'm showing you Ursula, Charlotta, they provide about 100% max Brave up each. Just now, Ursula, I use SAS call because SAS has generic, I think 60% max Brave up. and it also has 15% HP damage up. And Charlotta, she's using Liliset because Liliset's call has 40% max brave up, and it also inflicts a 20% HP damage up debuff. So these calls are really optimal for Astos. So given that we understand now that max brave up, his artifact, the best artifact is probably max brave 330, and the one that grants 5% attack and max brave. So here I just show you that the third call I used from Astos, I did not use any call to further alter his max brave of HP damage up because it is already sufficient for him to hit 999. So if you have a question like, oh, I do not have Liliset base call, I do not have SAS call, am I still able? One thing, the trick here is to use Waka call because Waka call has 80% max brave up on self, so make sure to put Waka on Astos if you are really having problem with capping. So here I just use his FR, and with the max brave and HP damage up, I already hit 999, but usually his FR can hit 999. So let's check it out. What happens to his LD, S1, S2, and EX? Will he be able to hit 999? So here we go. Okay, S1. There, 999,000 damage. Okay, so Astos to me is a 10 over 10 character. His damage is out of the chart. He is insane. All you need to do is provide him the supports that he needs. And now that we have discovered that it is actually max brave and HP damage up alone, it is actually much easier to achieve that, right? We have so many calls that can increase HP damage up. We have a lot of aura bots that has massive max brave up like Garnet. So yeah, there's a lot of option there. Just make sure that you don't skip every single aura bot that is coming to GL. So if you have them, you should have no problem putting them together with Astos and making Astos hit cap damage. Right, so anyway, looking forward to end of this month to get his kit. Honestly, I did not quite like him in JP because I felt like he made content way too easy to the point that I skipped almost all mechanic and I did not learn about the fight. And in JP, I actually want to understand the fight better because only then I can make proper infographic for GL side. But now I'm very excited to use him, so I will definitely be showcasing him maybe for every single event, becoming like something like Astos Saga. That's because I believe a lot of people will be pulling for him, so it will be more relevant if I at least have a video of Astos, right? So anyway, good luck with your pull, and thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.